I am currently listening to an audiobook by Marcus Aurelius. He was a philosopher, a stoic, and it's Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. I might link it in the show notes of this episode, but it's all about stoicism. And stoicism is all about, in a nutshell, not focusing on all the outside factors that you have going on in your life, because you can't control those things. Instead of doing that, continue to seek knowledge, to use your logic and reason, as well as make sure in that process you focus on the things that you can't control. The number one thing that I have been using and that I didn't even know that I was doing in my life is whenever I am in a tough situation, or whenever money's tight, or I got laid off, or I'm going through a tough time in my life and I don't know what to do next, that's when I get laser focused on what I need to do in the moment to get out of that situation. And some years ago, I was facing situations like that, and I didn't realize that that's what I was doing. And that's how I got out of some difficult times when I was on my last legs, when I was really struggling, when I didn't know where my next meal was going to come. That's what I focus on naturally. And since I've been studying and doing some more research on stoicism and how you can live and prosper with that philosophy in your life, I'm realizing that that's the key that a lot of people, myself included, forget and is missing in their day-to-day lives. And I know why. You go to social media, you go on YouTube, you go on Instagram, you go on Facebook, and the majority of what you see is negative. Why is it negative, though? It's negative because that's what gets pushed. It's negative because that's what people naturally, a lot of people, not all, a lot of people are drawn to naturally. But it really doesn't help and serve you. And what I started to realize and started to notice was I was becoming less productive. I was looking towards the future too much, or looking at what other people had going on, rather than focusing on what I can do right here in the moment. And I've talked about this in the past on the podcast, but I think that's what the dangers is of us being so connected when it comes to social media. A lot of people aren't focusing on their situation in life because they're focused on what everybody else has going on. And that's dangerous. It's dangerous to have a snapshot of just the highlights of what people have going on in their life, because let's be honest, let's be real. A lot of people put their best foot forward when it comes to social media, and they don't show you the lowlights. A lot of people are just looking at the highlights of people, and you never see the lowlights of what they have going on, and you start to feel bad about yourself.